to do it today. One last chance for Old Trafford to boo Jamie Carrick and John Terry, which is just pantomime booing, that's all it is. As Neil Swarbrick has a look at his watch, we're kicking off a little bit later than advertised, but we're looking forward to it.
Number 18, Phil Neville. Number 22, Johnson.
Underway then for the Micheal Carrick testimonial match, the Manchester United 2008-11 against the Micheal Carrick Allstars. And great, first of all, to see Patrice Evra back in red. I mean, this back four, amongst the best we've ever seen at this football club. Paddy Crowd alongside.
The dreadful thing about it, Stuart, is you grow old, don't you? I mean, what a back four, back five United's got out there. I know you've got Paul Scholes in the middle of the park, but what a defensive lineup. All European Cup winners.
Fletcher to Wayne Rooney. And Giggs gets it over to Ji-sung Park. Park's a great friend, Evra. It's towards Giggs with a shot on goal already, and that's a corner.
I'm just laughing, Stuart, because Carrick had a right go at Wayne Rooney from the first tackle. Went down and looked up at him. No friendly between United and Liverpool, is there?
Clearance maker and a giant in the history of our club. In towards Brown, it drops towards goal, and Shay Gibbon will just flop on that. Wes Brown, who of course was on the bench for United, played Blackburn this season in the FA Cup. Played it right back in. Nemanja Vidic is trundling into the box. Up he goes as well, wins the header, it drops for Brown. Cross goal, and fly hacked clear by Salgado. There's a little shove there by Robbie Keane on Park. And now it's a nice touch to Carrick. Rooney's got Giggs with him. Giggs.
That wasn't what he intended, the pass back to the goalkeeper. He was trying to put that across the goal.
Not miss a league game. Can you consider the terrible health problems he had towards the end of his United career? What a record of fitness.
Oh, terrific close shot.
Evra. It's a good run. He's still going. He might go all the way. Evra. Oh, he's gone down. Neil Swarbrick thinks about it. Decides there was no foul. John Terry gets away from the scene of the crime very quickly.
I'm not so sure that was a penalty shot. It was a great run by him.
Save. Terry. He was in Cardiff last night. We've known a number of these players watching in Cardiff last night. Scholes is looking for Rooney. What a pass. Rooney onto it. Can he finish? He's tried the chip. Oh, it's landed on top of the net. But that was a trademark Paul Scholes pass. Class is permanent from the great Paul Scholes.
When you think this, many times you see passes like that, Stuart. Very rarely. He's onside as well, Wayne. It's just a pity it didn't finish up the back of the net. It's just a heavy touch on it. What a ball. Shows you what we missed when he left, doesn't it? When he finished.
Terry. Senna. Terry's continued his run. He's worked it well. And that shot by Mendieta, who I was just praising for being so gifted.
Yeah,
Shanks wide.
I don't think his left foot was his best. A good bit of football all the same. John Terry wanting to get in the act up there, hoping to get it back, but you're not getting it back, John. Not really have a shot. Kick.
I'm not sure Wayne Rooney does friendlies.
Don't think you're far wrong either.
Scholes. Drops from Micheal Carrick to Park. Scholes. Fletcher. Carrick again. 3 to aim at in the centre, but that's class, I think, from Terry. He just chested it back to Gibbon.
I wonder how often he's played with Shay Gibbon. I don't think he ever has he? Yet still got the confidence, both of them. This is terrific defending that. That's confidence for you.
John Terry, of course, his career at Chelsea ended with that that guard of honour after.
Oh, that's a great ball.
What a pass to Abadal. It's away from Brown. Duff waits in the centre. Oh, what a great chance. Mendieta side foots in. What wonderful finish, guided it home, and the Micheal Carrick All-Star sides strike first here at Old Trafford. It's the United side of 2008 0, the All-Stars 1.
Well, it's a great bit of work by Mendieta, isn't it? He's so cool, Stuart. He's not offside, no question about the offside. That's a great ball down the flank. But this is good play, Stuart. This is intelligent play, this. He's lost control there for a second, but I'll just play it back and somebody will be there. There was someone there. Just thank you very much, back of the net. Of course, he just doesn't control it for a bit. Nice little touch back, and look at that big gap that's there.
Well, he just passes it home.
Yeah, that's all he does. And the goalkeeper can't see a thing. Well, to be fair, Stuart, in games.
A virtuoso first 20 minutes or so from that fine player, Clarence Seedorf. Here he is again. Gets taken out by Giggs, who's not having any of it.
Well, to be fair to him, Stuart, I think he was looking for Abidal as well. He's trying to flick the ball to him. Well, you watch this, he tries to flick the ball to Abidal. And he gets taken out because of it. Terrific bit of skill, wasn't it?
Wonderful pass to Everett, who can take it in his stride. He's got Rooney with a header. It's a good opportunity.
Never caught it properly, Wayne. He'd like to get a bit more beef in that. A bit of a glancing header more than anything. He looks as fit as anything, Patrice Everett, doesn't he? Dear me. Just doesn't get enough on it.
Maybe had a little bit more space
than he thought. Probably thought. He's trying to pull, he's not connected properly.
In Stockholm last week, part of the hierarchy at Ajax now. And Lazar. Evra.
Need a bit of support, Ryan.
Evra. Oh, he's done well to go back to this.
It's a battle down there between those two, isn't it?
Salgado felt he was fouled by Ryan Giggs.
Yeah, he's not happy with it, is he? I'm not playing a friendly.
Corner then, United looking for the equaliser. It's been an entertaining start to this game. Full header, 1-1. Nemanja Vidic, that is classic Vidic. From the back, and he plants that header into the corner, and United are level with the All-Stars at 1-1.
Well, you always think that about the ball coming into the box and corners or free kicks. Nemanja Vidic, he's so brave, Stuart. He'll put his head anywhere, won't he? If he's got a chance to put the ball in the back of the net. And you come through a crowd of players there.
Manchester United 2018, number 15, Nemanja Vidic.
Crowd enjoyed that. Oh, powerful header. Is it his head, Stuart? Yes, it is.
Nemanja, 300 appearances for United, 21 goals. He was a threat.
He was fantastic at that.
Entertaining fare here on Micheal Carrick's big day. 1-1. Here's Rooney finding a bit of space. Gone for goal himself. Given his down to collect to his near post.
Yeah, I tried to sell him a dummy there. I think he was aiming for the far post. And he went to the near one. Well, she's looking as though he's going to play this into the far post. He changes his mind. Reads it well.
In the final in 2011. Scholes. Giggs. Looking for Rooney through the middle. Carrick with Rooney.
Oh, sorry. It went out that. It went out that. The crowd enjoyed that, didn't they? Clash between Wayne and Carrick, but it just goes over the dead ball line. Bit of pushing and tugging going on between the two of them. Yeah.
Can you keep the impression Wayne is deadly serious about this game, though? He was desperate to keep that in.
Oh, he's unfortunate there, isn't he?
But great conditions here for this testimonial. Abidal continues his run from left back. Across comes Brown to shut the door. He got the ball.
Yes, he did. No complaints from Abidal. I think it was on his wrong side anyway. Abidal was going to have to throw his right foot at it. going to pass it to Gary Devil. That's why the crowd laugh. And Gary's warming up.
Well, he certainly talks a good game these days, Gary. Let's see see what he's like there.
Oh, he's done it in the pitch before, so he doesn't have to do it anymore.
Scores. Fletcher. Park. It's 3-on-2 here. Keith's got Good Johnson up with it.
And off he sees the far post. Oh dear me.
Not much doubt about that.
There wasn't, yeah. You got a good position to Johnson here, but no, you're not getting past. I mean, it's amazing when it's matched how friendly players are to each other, whereas
terrific career. Good Johnson still going effectively. That free kick. Then football, the All-Stars looking to score again before half-time, but easy enough for Edwin van der Sar. And he gets United moving quickly. Scholes. Carrick helps it to Wes Brown. A little bit of space here at the right-hand side, Wes. Giggs always available.
Crowd loved that little bit of skill there, didn't they? From Ryan Giggs.
And here's Rooney. Scholes, oh, lovely pass. Giggs was coming onto it.
On the outside of his right foot, but it's a corner.
He was looking to play it into Brown. Run back by Carrick. Oh, he's gone for the chip, Carrick! Well, that was the fairy tale story, wasn't it, from Michael Carrick?
I'll tell you something, Shea Given trying desperate to get a hand to it, but fortunately for him it was over the bar. Watch the goalkeeper here, Stuart. Watch the goalkeeper. Oh, desperate to get a touch.
We were right behind this. It was a wonderful effort.
Yeah.
Michael Carrick. 459 appearances for United. 17th on the all-time list and more. Well, Nemanja Vidic has front-turned the header once. And Rio Ferdinand coming forward now to maybe have a go. Nemanja's back on halfway. Carrick. Fletcher. Scholes. Scholes with the effort. That was travelling.
It's an awkward ball back to him all the same, but he's made the best of it. Not far away. Great effort.
Well, this is the 2008 game, if you like, and you go back to that 2008 Champions League semi-final. 155 goals for United, 718 appearances. Now Park, can he make space for the shot? Not quite, closed down quickly in the end.
Yeah, great bit of skill by Wayne Rooney, obviously.
Rio Ferdinand, a pull on Good Johnson there.
You don't take many yellow cards today, do you? Good defending this again, isn't it? So cool.
A lot of these players in their late 30s, early 40s, they will be desperate for half-time, I think. Capdevila, World Cup and European Championship winner with Spain. Good Johnson. Seedorf. He's done it again. Seedorf. Brilliant skill. And then the effort towards goal as well, blocked by van der Sar. Did very well there. Now there could be a counter-attack. Park, got a long way to go. He's away from Seedorf. It's a great run. He's got Berbatov up with him. Oh, he's offside.
Oh, he didn't have to make the run, Berbatov. Didn't have to make the run. But I suppose you're desperate to get in there. It was slightly offside, no question about that.
Centre again. All those years with Villarreal. Seedorf. However, I think as legs get more and more tired during the game, it will open up a bit more. I think we might see a few more goals in the second half. Terry.
Substitution for the
Start to the second half for the Allstars. Senna. Oh, he's gone for goal. Oh, that's brilliant from Van der Sar. He has been rolling back the year. Edwin Van der Sar with a magnificent save.
Do you think so? I was expecting to catch it, sure. That's an absolutely brilliant save, isn't it? Look at the bend in the ball as well. Terrific. Terrific save. Terrific save.
Fulham play for Monaco. Won it back there. Don't remember seeing that too often. Burns off winning the ball back, showing lovely skill. Fabulous. Now Everett. Driven across. Gary Neville!
Yeah, why not have a shot? It doesn't go anywhere near the goal, but the crowd enjoyed it.
Now, that is the first piece of... That will be the first piece of analysis on Monday Night Football next season. This has gone for a throw. It's almost gone out behind where he actually struck the ball.
Yeah. But they can go anywhere sometimes. I've said it down through the year. They go anywhere. Well, that didn't go anywhere, didn't it?
Can you imagine what Jamie Carrick is saying?
Oh, must ask him.
5 Premier Leagues for John Terry, 5 FA Cups. It's Michael Carrick's younger brother Graham warming up. With Gary Neville. It's so easy for John Terry, always in the right place, but can't onto it. And then that shot from Berbatov flashes wide. It was actually quite a good chance. It's got a lot of space for the Bulgarian.
Yeah, but it was that bad angle straight. It'd be difficult to beat the goalkeeper from there. It'd be a classic shot. Oh, he does well to win at Park. Got a bit to get his hand to it anyway, Stuart.
Space here for Idiger Johnson. Garcia offside. Robbie Keane does find the nets, but Mr. Wilkes, the linesman on this near side, decides that Garcia was off.
There couldn't have been a lot in that, Stuart. There couldn't have been a lot in that. I'm looking at the right side of United's defence. They didn't play him on. No, he's not off, is he? He's not off at all.
I think Micheal Sylvester was just playing him on.
Yeah.
The other end, it's Patrice Evra. Zaha! Brilliant save from Given. He couldn't have struck that any better, Louis Zaha, and Shea Given with a top-class save.
Oh, fantastic save. You're right about Zaha. He couldn't have hit this any better. It's a perfect ball into him from Patrice Evra. Hit that. Oh, he couldn't have hit that better. What a save. What a save. Reception from the Stretford end. Why not? He earned it.
963 appearances for United. Makes the corner. Oh, that volley not quite as good from Louis. Gary Neville. Oh dear. He's taken out there.
He'll be delighted Gary's got the free kick. He's delighted.
You get the impression Carragher has been waiting some time to do this.
Oh.
Zaha again.
Oh, just couldn't keep it down. No, it's funny when you look at football, Stuart, you watch this game, you look at Carragher and Neville, who both probably hated each other on the playing surface. But off the pitch, Stuart, with this, let's give a copy of this game.
He's onside. Robbie Keane, flag stays down. Van der Sar goes back into his area. Robbie Keane. Oh, he's made a terrible mess of that. He was trying to square it to Johnson, but he didn't get enough on the ball. Well played, Micheal Sylvester, but Robbie Keane, what were you thinking?
Oh, it was a bit too casual there, Robbie. Think it was empty there. He doesn't think there's empty here, Stuart, but there is. Oh, it's a poor ball.
Good Johnson. Deville's chip. Keane onto this. Lets it bounce, then chips it over the keeper, and it's a wonderful finish. Such an adroit bit of work from Robbie Keane, who gets it over the giant Van der Sar And it is the All-Stars who lead again here at Old Trafford, 2-1.
Well, I think he's offside, but he's not sure. What about the coolness? He waits for the bounce. He's not sure, should I head it? Will it bounce kindly for me? No, I'm not going to head it. I'll wait and let it bounce. Oh, that's a terrific finish, that, isn't it? Micheal's been doing that all his life, hasn't he? Finishes like that.
Well, he'll feel much better about things after making a terrible mess of that previous opportunity, but what a finish.
Terrific finish, that.
Trying to get it over every man. It's not the easiest thing in the world either. The other end, Carrick gets it back to Gibbon. Carrick, good work.
You've got to say, Stuart, it's been entertaining, hasn't it?
What a player.
Yeah, fantastic.
Treat to see him play.
And he gets a great reception straight from there. Straight for them.
Meanwhile, Evra has it for United to Ryan Giggs. Oh, nutmegs Carragher, goes past him. Oh, that was a treat, wasn't it? That was fantastic.
I wonder what Ryan's saying to him. I wonder what Ryan's saying to him here. Look at him, he's laughing. I bet if that were a real live match, that'd have finished out apparently.
Still tearing them apart after all these years. Walking pace, quite a warm afternoon. That's why you keep making a few changes. Phil Neville. Hopefully we're going to see the famous Phil Neville step over at some point. Evra in the bright sunshine at Old Trafford. Just about 70,000 here for Michael Carrick's big day. Fletcher. Carrick in to Evra, lovely pass. Flag stays down, he just stands it up looking for Berbatov. Berbatov is there and it's just taken off his toe.
Michael Carrick's brother, actually. There's a great little chip in all the same. Great little ball in this. Somebody headed that. Just doesn't control it, which is unusual.
Senna. Been there from the start of the game. Kept everything pretty simple. Bruce. Terry's determined to get a goal. He's still in the box. He's in towards Keane. Just kind of flicked off his forehead.
That was a maybe he thought the defender was going to header it straight. Maybe that was the reason.
Different. He's been playing as a forward. Giggs. Dancing forward and finds Rooney. Passes it towards the corner, but Gibbon is down.
Yeah, just didn't get enough on it, Wayne. Crowd of players in front of the goalkeeper, but he reads it well.
Hasn't been a prolific season for Wayne United. 8 goals and goal scorer at Old Trafford. And there is the great man here today with Norma watching on. Good Johnson onto this. It's a great pass to him. Good Johnson. Great chance here.
Goes off.
What an awful mess they made of that. Oh dear. I don't even know what was going through his mind. Extraordinary miss from Johnson, who was quite deadly in his day, but
he was trying to find Keane. I thought, well, just hit the goal with it. It'll go in the net. But he's trying to find Robbie Keane on the far side. Doesn't get enough on it.
Meanwhile, here's Berbatov for United at the other end to Wayne Rooney. Rooney. Who does he find? John Terry again. Always. Giggs.
Very crowded in there.
Berbatov. Zaha.
Very crowded.
Carrick in there. Somebody's got to let Michael Carrick score surely at some point. And that's a huge scrum. They're all piling onto Michael Carrick.
I watched a bit of the All Blacks yesterday. It was like that, Stuart.
Great fun, this.
Isn't it? What do you give referee?
The referee says, play on, basically. Going strong in management, even at the age of 70, still going strong.
Yeah, he's still a teenager, hard in his mind.
Neville, he's doing step over after step over. And he's gone for the return as well. The flag's up again. Well, this is like a slow motion Ronaldo.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's excessive, Phil. Come on.
Read your face.
It's attempted more than Stoke City. Giggs onto Berbatov. Rooney in a bit of space. Here's Rooney. Sahar wants it. It's Luis Sahar. How has he not got the equaliser? Just took his eye off it at the vital. And a chance to level proceedings has been spurned by Luis Sahar.
A lovely ball in from Giggs. Nice first and second touch from Berbatov. Sees Rooney, nutmegs the pass, and you think he's going to score. Just bobbles up, just pops up there, and he, as you see here, pops up and he doesn't manage to get over the ball, and you know, keep.
Giggs. Now it's Evra. Rooney. Now Michael Carrick. The perfect end. You couldn't write it. And if you did, it would probably look like that. What a fabulous finish from a man who doesn't score too many goals, but when he does, they tend to be that good.
What a moment, nice bit of feet from Evra. Rooney sees his Carrick, sets it up nicely, but he doesn't try and hit it too hard. He trusts his technique, and beautiful strike. You call it a daisy cutter. In off the post, and no, what a moment. Exactly what the game needed. Fantastic, Michael Carrick.
Excellent finish. Smile as wide as Manchester. In the build-up to the game, he was saying that his kids used to be almost give him light relief when he came home from football, take the pressure off a bit, but in recent years they've been his harshest critics. Not today. And Robbie Keane wasn't in any mood to spoil the party.
Yeah, good Johnson, just break in there. Good ball up over the far side from Duffy. Sees Keane, and Keane, as you say, didn't put his all into that. He's tried a little cheeky finish again, but yeah, I don't think he wanted to spoil the party.
No. Person on and off the field, Michael Carrick, and it's finished perfectly for him. He might even have time for a late winner in traditional Manchester United style. It's all about celebration and relaxing when they come back at the beginning of July for an August restart. It will be different then. Here's Gary Neville. Let's see if he can do better this time. Well, at least it was going in the right direction.
He's probably thinking, right, just get a good connection on this one, and he did. He caught that one sweetly. Unfortunately, it was blocked, but yeah, he caught that one really sweetly. Well, it looks like it's flying in the far corner. Good block from the Allstars.
Rio Ferdinand was pointing out a little bit earlier on, he finished his Manchester United career with a draw. And it's Sinclair, Silvestre, almost robbing him of that. With the threat of an own goal. Phil Neville's got John Terry to aim at here. Headed down towards Robbie Keane and blocked by Park. Well, he has been brilliant, Park, hasn't he? And if anyone was going to be back there to stop it, it was going to be him.
As he's fallen, Robbie Keane, he's actually offside, but as he's fallen, the header down, he's thinking, open net, I'm going to score. And out of nowhere, Jason.
For Johnson. Phil Neville. And Silvestre holds it back and finds Edwin van der Sar. Manchester United maybe with one last chance in the final minute, the final few seconds. Berbatov, Neville outside him, still Berbatov running. Giggs is bearing down too. It's Giggs driving his skulls. Here's Gary Neville. And when the big moment came, Gary Neville just couldn't find the ball that was required for Manchester United. And that's the full-time whistle. A great occasion, great support. A city that has been bound together by recent events, showing that it doesn't live in fear, it lives for sport. And Micheal Carrick should be proud of the testimonial that he managed to serve up. A fitting afternoon of fun, celebrating 11 super years at Manchester United. An excellent contribution to this club. It's finished at Old Trafford. Manchester United 2, the All-Stars 2. We'll round it all up in just a few moments.